In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips on how to get cinematic footage in 8-bit cameras. Starting with my first point is use the best settings that you have in your camera. So I'm going to be using the Panasonic G7 for this video. This camera can shoot 4K 24 frames up to 30 frames a second. And when you are able to use the best settings in your camera, whichever you own, if it's an M50, M50 Mark II, a Sony, whatever 8-bit camera you own, use the best settings possible because that is going to get you the cleanest image out of your camera. My second tip for you today is shoot at the best time of day. Now that means if it's sunrise, wake up, get your butt up, go film the sunrise. If it's sunset, film a shot. Plan most of your shots when the lighting is the best. Leads me into my third point. If you're not actually filming outside and you don't need to rely on the sun for your light whatever scene you're lighting, light it correctly. Use a proper 3-point lighting systems. Try to light it as best as possible because that's going to give you your best image possible. Tip number 4, if you want to get that cinematic look that pro filmmakers get, buy a black mist pro filter or diffuser. I personally prefer a 1/8 black mist, but you can use a 1/4 to get more of that bloom effect on your lights. This will make your image a lot more softer and more natural and kind of take off that digital edge that cameras tend to give. My last point is shoot in the natural or a flat color profile, not log though. The reason you don't want to shoot in log on 8-bit cameras is because you do not have enough bit depth to get that information, to get the correct color that you want to get out of the camera. Personally, I like to use Cinelike D on the Panasonic G7 in the -1 contrast, -5 sharpness, 0 on the noise reduction, and -1 on the saturation. This just gives me a really clean overall image that I can slightly touch up. You can't really push the colors around, and I suggest not to. But if you follow these 5 tips on using the best settings, shooting at the best time of day, light it correctly if you're not, use your black mist filters, and shoot in a natural or like Cinelike D type color profile, not log, you're going to be getting the best cinematic looking footage out of your 8-bit cameras. But if you want to get a deeper dive into some of my personal and favorite best settings in the Panasonic G7, check out that video right here. And until next week, guys, peace.